What's up, guys? Jeff Cavalier, AthleteNext.com. What I hold in my hands here today is the secret for you to burn fat for 23 hours straight every single day that you apply this. The fact is, guys, it's a lot easier than you may have thought so. The point, however, is that you have to do exactly what I tell you. Okay, that's our deal. So what I want you to do is, before I reveal this, I want you to take out a pen and paper and copy down exactly what I tell you to do. It starts with a quick workout, just 5 exercises. The first thing up is this one right here. 3 sets of 10 of table push-aways. Now, guys, this is an incredibly effective move for your triceps. As a matter of fact, it works incredibly well as a superset with something called jaw clenchers. Okay, if you just keep your mouth closed around food, it will work really, really well. The next exercise is actually just 8 repetitions, but still 3 sets. It's called the refrigerator row. And once again here, this works incredibly well. Now, it's based on the weight of your refrigerator door, so it depends on how strong you are and how many of these you're going to be able to do. But generally, 3 sets of 8 is the best. The next exercise is actually programmed to be explosive. Okay, if you find yourself around soda, we call these soda spit-outs. As you can see here, just 1 rep done explosively. The next exercise is something we call the pantry put-away. Now, if you already have learned to put the foods you shouldn't have all the way on the top shelf, you've actually experienced the benefits of this exercise. But for those that haven't, it's a great total body move. It works your core, your balance, your shoulders, and don't forget, your calves too. And then finally, guys, we have this one. No good workout should end without this exercise. It's called the spoon drop. And of course, the only way to really do this one is 1 set to failure. And with that, if you just follow that for 23 hours straight, guys, you will have success, if you believe in that. See, guys, I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you want to actually lose weight, if you want to burn fat, you're going to have to find a way to be hypocaloric. That means nutrition. It has nothing to do with your workout. And oftentimes people will focus on their ability to get to the gym and be proud of themselves, as you should be, for a commitment you've made to get to the gym and do your workout. But 1 hour is not enough, because when you realize how much is left in the rest of the day to screw this up, that's where the problem comes. Now, if you're a visual learner, let me show it to you in a different way. These bars here on the screen, these blue bars, there's 24 of them. Those represent the number of hours in a day. This little white bar right here, that's your workout. Congratulations. Like I said, it's a big achievement to be able to do that and be consistent with it. But look at what's left here. A fuck ton of blue bars. This is the problem. You could do everything right in that white bar and screw everything up for the rest of the day, and you're not going to be where you want to be. Now, I realize that some of that's going to be occupied by sleep. Okay, so let's say 8 hours of sleep. There's your 8 bars, and there's your white bar still for your workout. What's left now? A little bit less than a fuck ton of blue bars, but it's still a lot of blue bars. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that you do nail this every single time, because in reality, guys, I am going to give you the truth here. And we call them realities. There's 3 realities that if you get these right, you're going to make sure that you set off on a path that you're never going to turn back from, and you're going to be able to do this with ease. The first reality is that not all healthy foods are low-calorie foods. Now, I know this comes in sometimes as a shock, because people will say, listen, I have changed the way I'm eating. I have salad every day. I have olive oil, I have avocados, I have nuts, I have all natural peanut butter, I have granola. Yeah, great. You've chosen a whole bunch of calorie-dense foods. Though they're healthy, maybe not granola, but they're healthy, the fact is you're not making any wiser choices. Your ability to become hypocaloric, to actually lose fat or lose weight, is pretty much not going to happen there, because you haven't chosen properly. You need to choose beyond just good foods to choose foods that are smarter in terms of their calorie density. Choose foods that are less calorie dense to be able to make these actual leaps in terms of cutting your calories down. But it doesn't end there, because we can talk about the opposite too, that not all low-calorie foods are healthy. However, don't use that one on me. Don't use that on me, because I have a real bugaboo about this. While I agree that foods that are laden with sugar substitutes or artificial flavorings and things like that are not necessarily long-term healthy food options, there are a very important bridge for people that are making that transition from eating totally unhealthy to eating healthier. Just think about it yourself. If you wanted to go from that Whopper that you have all the time down to chicken breast, if you tried to make that change like that, your chances of success are pretty much 0. Why is that? Because it's too big of a leap. So if you wanted to make that sort of midway jump, and you went down to a turkey burger, okay, it's a step in the right direction. Maybe that turkey burger's got all kinds of stuff synthetically injected into it. But again, we're talking short-term use so that you can use that time to make the change, to start to see the results that motivate you to continue down that path to eventually get to the chicken breast. But if you try to go to the chicken breast too soon and you fall off the wagon because you hate the way it tastes and it's too big of a departure from your Whopper, then you're setting yourself up for failure. And you can take it a step further too, because you can take the Coca-Cola and go from Coke to Diet Coke. And a lot of people, I will never have a Diet Coke because of the artificial sweeteners in it. Again, guess what? Your transition is going to be ultimately towards water. But you can't get there from Coke to water. But you can probably get there from Coke to Diet Coke down to water. And I'll tell you one thing that you need to remember. You know what's the only thing more unhealthy than the artificial sweeteners? It's remaining overweight or even worse, obese. That is the number one thing that's going to damage you in the long run. So you got to do something. And it's a reality that you have to face. And if you do it, I promise you there will be success on the other side of it. Which brings me to reality number 3, and this is a good one because this is where we actually get to level the playing field for everybody and make sure that this works for everybody, because I promise you this will work every single time. And that is, not all 23 hours have to look the same from day to day, and they certainly don't have to look the same from person to person. Your 23 hours and what you do with them certainly does not have to look like my 23 hours and what I do with mine, because I'll tell you this, my 23 hours, whether you look at them on January 2nd, on February 20th, or on June 19th, are going to look the same every single time. But it comes down to goals. What are your goals? Maybe you don't want to walk around at almost cadaver level body fat levels like me year round. That's what I do. This is what my channel is. I'm Athlete X. This is what I do. But you don't have to do that, because I'm telling you right now, 10% body fat is going to make you look so damn good. And depending upon where you are right now, how far away from that, you could look really, really good from what you look like right now. And it doesn't require that you get this right all the time. I always say, you don't have to be perfect to be great. If anybody out there follows the NBA, you know Steph Curry is pretty damn great. Well, Steph Curry is 3rd all time in three-point shot percentage. He shoots 43%. That means he misses 6 out of every 10 shots he takes. He misses more than he makes, but it doesn't prevent him from being great. Well, guess what? If you apply this same thought process to how you eat, it can go a long, long way to you being great. Because if you realize that let's say you eat 4 or 5 times a day, that means there's 28 to 35 meals that you're going to have in a given week. You do not need to go 35 for 35 or 28 for 28 to be great. Now, you can't go and bat 400, because that means you're going to be messing up a lot more. When it comes to nutrition, it's going to matter a lot more, but you don't have to be perfect. You can mix in the cheat meal from time to time. As a matter of fact, you can actually string them together, 4 or 5 in a week, go 30 for 35, right? And string them together in a day and make it a cheat day. But I'm going to give you a word of caution on this, because I've talked about this before. Your ability to rebound from a cheat day and get back on track and remain perfect for the rest of the week, because that's what we'd have to do, is actually sort of a long shot, especially if you're struggling with your nutrition right now. I don't advise people to use it as a cheat day. If you want to sprinkle in a cheat meal here or there, that's a better option. But the reality is that the long-term success never did and never will rely on you being perfect. And when you let go of that and you realize that damn good doesn't require perfection or even near perfection, then that's when it all starts to become a lot more exciting. And that's when it becomes a lot more doable, because you have an end goal, you know how to get there, and you actually start to work towards it. And the other realities that I share with you, yes, guys, your food choice matters, and how you get there, you got to become a little bit more educated about it, because that holds the key to your success. But with this video, guys, I hope you have both the motivation and now a little bit of that knowledge to make that next step, make that good next step, that right next step to put you on the path to getting where I know you're going to be. The 23 hours is what matters, guys. I congratulate you on the other hour. Keep working at that, but work more diligently on getting the other 23 hours right, and I promise you that's where the long-term success will be. If you're looking, guys, for programs where we map out all of it, the workouts and the other 23 hours, what you're supposed to do and what you're supposed to eat, I've got it all mapped out in all of our programs. It's over at athletex.com. If you found the video helpful and hopefully truthful, guys, make sure you leave your comments and thumbs up below. Let me know what you struggle with, and maybe we can do future videos on those as well. And if you haven't already done so, guys, make sure you click subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss a new video when we put one out. All right, guys, see you soon.